Off. Good evening and welcome to our Tuesday Night Live coaching call. Tonight we're going to do something we haven't done in a very, very, very long time. Whenever we have a student who takes the personal one-on-one coaching and they just 5-star shine, part of their test and finishing their level to graduate to the next level is to do a live coaching call here and deal with a little pressure. So with that thought in mind, the student's name is Dana, and she's from Wisconsin. And Nora, you're going to be the prospect. So Dana, if you're ready to go to work, let's hear what you got for us tonight, okay?
Okay, I'm ready.
Nora, are you there?
I'm here.
Okay, girls, it's all yours. Let us listen to you do your magic.
Okay. Hello, Nora.
Yeah, that's me.
Hi, Nora. My name is Dana, and I'm calling you because you were interviewed recently and had requested some information on supplemental income working from home. And can I ask, how's your search going?
Well, I really haven't found anything. I haven't had very many calls. I don't know what I'm looking for. I'm just looking. I need to make some more money.
Okay, so you haven't had very many calls. How long have you been looking?
Well, I've kind of been surfing the internet. I've probably been looking for a month or so.
A month or so, okay. And do you have an idea of maybe what you're looking for, or?
Well, just some way a job isn't cutting it.
Okay. And you mentioned that you were needing some additional money.
Yeah. Yep.
Are you looking at quite a bit extra, or just a little bit extra month, each month to get you through, or?
Probably somewhere between $800 and $1,000.
$800 to $1,000, okay. And what would that extra money mean to you?
Well, I'd be able to get caught up on some bills. I've got bills all over the place.
Okay, all right. So you said you were currently working. What kind of work are you doing?
I've just right now I found a part-time job. Excuse me just a second. I'm doing some office work, but it's just a couple of days a week.
Okay.
That's all I can find for right now.
Okay, not getting enough hours to make the income you need.
Correct.
Okay, and do you like what you're doing, the work that you're currently doing, or?
No, not really.
You don't like it, okay. What specifically don't you like about what you're doing?
Just having to do all the paper shuffling. I'm not much of a paper type person. I mean, I can do it, but as far as what I like, I'd rather find something else.
Something else. Is there anything you do like about what you're currently doing, or?
Well, I mean, I like working with people.
Okay, you're a people person.
Yeah, the people part of it's nice.
Okay. What kind of work did you do? Maybe did you have a previous job before this part-time job that you did that you did like, or?
Yeah, I've worked in retail before. Being cashier, that type of thing. Again, I like working with people. But those type of jobs right now are just hard to come by.
Hard to find, sure. Okay. So, well, you said you haven't received many calls at all, so you haven't taken any other calls or about working from home?
I had one other call. It was some guy. He was talking really fast, and he wanted to know, what I was looking for, and I told him I really didn't have any idea. And he said he had just the thing for me, and wanted to drag me off to some website to look at something, and I looked at it, and I didn't have any idea what he was talking about. And then he wanted money.
Okay. Sounds like you probably weren't real comfortable with that call.
No.
What I would kind of like to propose is that, we take it slow, Nora, so that you're comfortable, you get all your questions answered, and really do your due diligence. Maybe what we have is for you, maybe it isn't. But would that make sense to go slow so you could, cross your T's and dot your I's?
Yeah. Well, get something that I can understand. I mean,
definitely.
It was going through there. They were showing me some product, and I'm really not sure what I was supposed to do with all that. It didn't make sense to me.
Sure. So going slow would make sense to you. Okay. Well, what kind of time, Nora, do you have available to work your business?
Well, right now I've got quite a few hours. The hours is not the problem.
Okay. Okay, that's good. And other than money, is there any other reason you would like to work from home?
Well, the idea of being able to pick, have flexible hours, I've kind of figured out over the internet that that's what a lot of the work from home, they were saying, was, being able to have flexible hours, and that would be nice. I've got grandkids, and, just be able to, not have a specific time, when I had to go in. I don't know, does that make sense to you?
Yeah, it sure does. And if I could just summarize quickly, the reason you're kind of looking to work from home is, you'd like some extra money. You're working a part-time job, and it's just not giving you enough at this point. You don't really like what you're doing on that part-time office job. And the flexible hours and, more time with your grandkids is appealing. Did I pretty much get everything right? Okay.
Yeah, that would be nice if I could find something.
Okay, definitely. And do you have your family's support in doing something from home?
Yeah. My husband told me to start looking.
He did. Okay. Well, it's important to have that support. So that's kind of why I like to ask that question. So definitely. Okay. Well, how serious are you about changing your situation, Nora, on a scale of 1 to 10?
About 11.
About 11. Okay. Great. And what qualities do you think you could bring to your business from working from home?
Well, would like being assistant manager at different places. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, just thinking, any qualities being, assistant manager. Did you take some leadership roles or? Okay.
Yeah, like I said, I had done some, I had worked in some of the retail jobs, and I had worked up to assistant manager and actually even had gone on up to manager, but then it kind of stalemated, and then, as you're well aware, then all these cuts start coming in, and I was one of the ones that got cut.
Okay, all right. And I would definitely give you, your people skills, I think, are right up there, Nora, 9 or 10. You sound very comfortable talking to me. Is that a good analysis, or?
Yeah. You don't seem hard to get along with. You're not trying to drag me off somewhere. You were talking about going slow. I like that.
Okay. So you've been comfortable with our calls so far? Okay, good. That's great. We like to hear that. So, what I would like to do, Nora, with your permission, is send you a tool. We call it an assessment tool, and it's just a series of questions that maybe you can use while you're researching a work-from-home business. Maybe there's some questions out there that you don't know what to ask. Does that make sense? Maybe we could give you some information to help you research the business to see if it's legitimate before you would make any kind of investment. Could you see how that might benefit you?
Yeah, that would. Now, when you say investment, how much money are we talking here?
Well, we do have some different levels, Nora, that you could look at. But, we really, we don't even really want to go there yet. There is an investment. So would you be open to making an investment in yourself if you found something after doing your due diligence that made sense to you?
Yeah, if I could find something that I could actually do and that made sense, that I could understand, I could probably scrape up some money.
Okay, and again, we want to go slow, Nora. That's our way we like to work. We'd like to actually maybe sit down and go over a business plan and a budget, maybe a year or so out to see if you could afford it before you spent any money. Would that make you feel? How would that make you feel? I guess.
Well, yeah. I don't like I don't like getting stuck and not being able to. That's the whole purpose for looking, I guess. I've got bills I just can't hardly seem to pay, so I don't want to get in worse shape. I'm trying to get better.
Right, definitely. So we want to go slow and make sure what we would have to offer is a good fit. And if it isn't, that could be too. But that's kind of what we're trying to determine here. So.
Okay.
And do you have any fears or concerns about working from home?
Well, like I say, I'd had this one call, and he was kind of dragging me through all this information all at once, and I didn't really understand. I mean, are all home businesses the same?
You know, there's a lot of different businesses out there, and you know, they all have a little bit different. You know, there's a lot that I don't even know about a lot of them. So again, I think our assessment tool will really help you step through that, and you know, go through the process, take it slow. And with your permission, I'd like to email this tool to you, Nora, and maybe set up a second call where we could go through it, you know, answer any questions or concerns you have. Again, take it slow, a step at a time. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I have your email address as this, and what I would like to do is maybe schedule another time that we could talk, you know, in a day or two and go over this information.
Okay.
Okay. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay. And have you been comfortable with our call, Nora?
Yeah. Sounds like you're trying to help me here, which is more than I've had so far.
Okay. Well, great. Well, with your permission, then I will send that email to you here in just a little bit, and we will talk to you tomorrow night about the same time. Would that work?
Yeah, it would. Yeah, that would work.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, and we will talk to you tomorrow night.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks, Nora.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, Deanna. Very, very, very well done, Deanna. Congratulations. That was a beautiful, beautiful, connecting, believable, sincere, warm conversation. And you did it in less than 8 minutes. You asked 47 questions in 8 minutes.
Oh, wow.
And you did no telling whatsoever. And your summaries and your clarifying was spot on. I can't say enough. You just did a lovely job. Any of our co-hosts have any thoughts?
This is Barbara. I agree.
Yeah, thank you, Barbara.
Johanna here. Really great job.
Okay. Well, you heard from the board of directors here, Deanna, so what more can I say? You know, you got the seal of approval. Okay, let's go on to the next part of our call. I'm going to do a role play with Ann. I believe you're there, Ann?
Yes, I am.
Okay. And we're going to deal with different situations here. I don't know what's going to happen, what she's going to do, but I do know it will be enlightening. So, hello, Ann?
Yes.
And my name is, yes, Ann, this is John, and I'm calling you back because you recently were interviewed, you filled out some information, and you said you wanted some, I believe, from all I have on you right here in front of me, you wanted free, no obligation information about working from home because you said you wanted to make some additional income, what they call supplemental income. So, by the way, just to make you comfortable, I'm not a salesman or telemarketer, and I promise I won't ask you for any money. So if we could just focus on you, perhaps you could let me know what you're looking for, Ann.
Yeah. I remember that call. Sure. We can. Thanks for calling.
Okay. So could you let me know what you're looking for, what your criteria is?
Well, I've really just started looking. I know that I have three school-age children at home, and I recently lost my job, so I know I need to supplement my income because my savings are going to run out. So I'm not sure what is out there for a work from home business, but I need that flexibility because of the age of my kids.
Okay. And when you say the word flexibility and the savings running out and you lost your job and 3 school-age children at home, have you done any thinking about what do you see as the answer to your problem?
Well, finding something that's going to generate income for me that uses some of the skills that I have from my work experience.
And when you say...
I'm not sure what's out there that's a good match.
Okay, so when you say skills from your work experience, could you elaborate on that a little bit, please, Ann?
Sure. Well, John, I was in-home caregiver.
Uh-huh.
And at times I was a nurse's aide. So I know that I'm comfortable with helping people out. And I should also add that I just started a nursing program. And I go to that twice a week. My classes are in the morning after the kids go to school.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I want to stay in that kind of business or find the kind of business where I can help people.
So you're definitely a people person. You're a caregiver. Ann, has anything you've tried thus far provided you the results that you're looking for?
You mean have I found a business that would line up for me?
Yes, anything. Is there anything out there you've tried that has given you some results?
No, I haven't. And I've just been looking really for about the last month or so.
Okay. So you're just getting started, you're just looking. So right now, when you think about working from home and doing something that is all yours, what fears come to mind? What concerns?
Well, not knowing what's out there, I'm concerned about the support that I would have and the training that I would get. Also, because I just started my nursing program, I'm a little nervous about how much time my nursing program will take, and how much between that and the kids is working from home really realistic direction for me to take.
Okay. And when you're concerned about the support, if you had the opportunity before you made a decision, a commitment, or spent any money, to know exactly what's expected of you, what steps are involved, what you would do, how you would do it, and it would be just like testing it, would that pretty much answer your concern about support, where you could prove to yourself that it's there?
I think so, John, again, because I haven't had the kind of a work-from-home experience. So I guess would that help me evaluate how much time it would take?
Yes.
Successful in business?
Absolutely. And speaking of time, do you have an hour or two in the evening to work something from home? Would you have that kind of time that you could dedicate with 3 kids at home?
Well, my thinking is that I would do it on the alternate class days. So I would do it while the kids are at school.
And what days would those be?
That would be Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Okay, all right.
Because I'm thinking that my Tuesday and Thursday days, those are my class days, that I spend those days on doing the assignment.
Okay. So, Ann, if you don't mind me asking, if you were fortunate enough to find the right opportunity that would get you what you want for your kids and eliminate the loss of your savings and to give you that flexibility, and it sounds like you would like to, be able to take care of your debt issues and maybe take a little stress out of your life. The question is, do you think you're ready to make a change? And do you think you have the financial resources to get yourself going?
Well, I think because I have no idea how to evaluate a work-from-home business, so I would need to be comfortable with the answers I get from that kind of evaluation. Is that something that somebody could help me with?
Absolutely.
As I said, I'm not sure what I'm looking for and whether it's the right direction for me.
Okay. So if you could verify and confirm that the business is legitimate, not being scammed, and be able to have a budget and a business plan that you could go out a year in advance to know where you stand, and to be able to confirm you have the support, meet the people that are going to support you and know what's expected of you. Can you think of anything else that would make you more comfortable than those issues? And, of course, not being rushed and allowing you to go slow enough to get comfortable and know what's expected of you before you get involved.
That would be really helpful, I think.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So, if an opportunity came before you and all of those issues were addressed, so you could, improve your lifestyle, do a better job with your children, how soon would you be ready to get started?
Well, my savings are going to run out in a couple of months, so it depends on how much it would take to invest in this business. So I'd have to do it like within 60 days in order to start making money in this business.
Okay. Well, when you were interviewed, you said $400, and my particular opportunity is much, much less than that. So do you have the staying power to manage what you originally represented?
I do currently, yes.
Okay. Now, you said that in 2 months' time your savings is going to run out. So does that mean that if you're working a business from home, that business has got to subsidize what you were using out of your savings besides make you more money in less than 2 months? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, I am.
Okay. And are we talking about a little bit of money here or a lot of money?
In terms of my savings?
Well, how much you're going to need in 60 days a month to survive?
Well, I'm thinking that I'm going to need to make about $2,000 a month.
Okay.
To cover my monthly expenses.
And in 2 months, your savings is going to run out. So what are you going to do if you don't have, in 2 months and there's no more savings there? How are you going to make that kind of money and go to school and take care of your kids? I mean, what plan do you have?
Well, my school actually, I'm fortunate to have been given opportunity to work on a grant.
Uh-huh.
So my schooling's being paid for, but I would have to, which I really don't want to do, is have to move myself and my kids in with my mother.
And if that happened, that would alleviate the $2,000 a month?
Yeah, then my expenses would be to just help cover the, food expenses that I would share with my mother. Because at least we'd have a roof over our heads.
Okay. The reason I'm asking that is I'm asking you to understand that you must have realistic expectations when you're starting something and a new challenge from scratch. Am I saying you can't make $2,000? No, I'm not saying that. But can you make it that quickly in 2 months' time? I would say it would be doubtful. And I wouldn't want you to have unrealistic expectations if you were only making a few $100s after a month or two and you said, oh, this isn't enough, I quit.
See, I didn't know that.
So if you need that much money in 60 days, it sounds like you're looking for a job. You're not looking for something to work from home. Because it's a new career. You're going to nursing school.
Are you saying that that's typical, what you just said is really a typical and realistic view of a startup from working from home?
I would say it could be as low as making a couple $100s a month when you're starting up and learning a new challenge, just like going to nursing school. Like other jobs you had to start somewhere. And in starting something from scratch on your own, yes, it could be $100 a month if you're having a hard time getting going. And it may take you 6 months before you get some momentum. And if someone tells you different than that, well, you need to do a whole lot of homework because everything that's new takes a little time to get comfortable and get going.
I see.
So what I'm asking you is we can help you and we will dedicate the resources to help you, but if your staying power is 60 days and the $2,000 is the difference between staying where you are and moving over to your mom, I would say there's a strong chance that you would probably end up moving in with your mom for a fixed period of time till you got your business going and on your feet. And I wouldn't want to have a relationship with you that would be started on any other set of facts.
Well, I really, John, appreciate the fact that you're giving me this, kind of realistic view. But aside from the money, my kids are demanding more of my time, so I don't want to just drop the idea of a work from home direction. Because I think I could manage that with my mother's help.
Okay. So with your permission, the next step would be is to provide you a checklist of all of the questions that you need answers to make sure that you're comfortable before you make this decision, so we won't have a frustrating call 60 days from now and you'll know everything up front. So if you make an informed decision, it will be a decision that's best for you. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think that would be really, really helpful.
Okay, so with your permission, I'll get this out to you in the next couple of minutes. There'll be some questions. You need to write down the answers as best as you feel, the best as you understand. And anything you don't have an answer to, it's okay. You and I together will go find the answers where you can read it and verify it and confirm it. So when you do get these answers, you'll know that you've done your job. And incidentally, if you should decide that what we're talking about isn't for you, this process that you will learn in the next day or so, you can use that on any business that you evaluate to help yourself, whether you work with me or not. How does that sound?
That sounds real good, John.
Okay. Well, then if tomorrow night is good for you, let's meet at the same time. We'll go through these questions, get as many of them answered as you can, and the ones you can't, we'll do it together and we'll work through it. How does that sound?
That sounds great.
Okay. I'll see you tomorrow night.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, all right. I'd like to open up the floor to our co-hosts. Comments, concerns, questions?
Hey, John, this is Steve.
Hey, Mr. C. How are you?
Hey, I'm great. I'm fantastic. It's pretty warm here in D.C. now, but not as warm as Arizona. But I didn't hear you close I didn't hear you close with a hard close to get her to show up for the second call, John.
That's right. You're absolutely right. And the reason I didn't is this lady was very believable for me. And she didn't sound like she was a tire kicker. She sounded sincere and genuine. And I kind of got the impression, maybe, I don't know if you did, Steve, or not, is that she is between a rock and a hard spot, and she is going to show up because she doesn't have any other plan right now. And I didn't think that...
I agree, but
I'm sorry, Steve, go ahead.
Yeah, I agree, but I still think she might have told you that she understood the ramifications of building a business, but I don't think she has really absorbed that yet fully. Okay.
All right, so I'll take that suggestion that we should have done that little thing we do at the end where what we always say is that, well, do you realize that if you don't show up for this call because I'm not asking you for money as a salesman or telemarketer, I'm not going to chase you, and I have to spend a couple of years investigating you, so this is all about you. Okay, I'll accept that, Steve. Okay, we should have done that.
Well, John, I don't know if you should have. In my experience, I've gotten some really good people who have said, oh, yeah, this is great, oh, yeah, and then they don't show up.
That's true. Oh, isn't that a bummer? Yes, that does happen. It is a bummer. It's one of those things where I really liked the way she was talking, and I made one of those decisions that if I'm wrong, then I'm going to have to pay for it. But she just sounded like a really good person, and I didn't think that I needed to come down on her that hard, just because she was very believable. She was very sincere.
No problem, John. There's a lot of ways to, quote, skin the cat, as you say.
There you go, partner. And thank you for your input, as always, Steve. Anybody else have a comment?
John, this is Dana.
Yes.
I think you brought a lot of things to light to her that she wasn't aware of. and you know, you even gave her an opportunity to kind of end the call when you said maybe she was looking for a job, and she didn't. So I think she's serious because she didn't take that opportunity to end the call.
Okay. Okay, but going back to what Steve said, now that I think about it, that is a judgment call for every marketer. And if Steve was putting in his time and he only had so many hours a day to work his business, it does make sense that a marketer has the right to do that closing the way we talked about, because after all, it's his time too. And if a marketer feels that way about it, because his time is equally valuable, Steve had a good point.
I agree with Steve. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Anybody else have a comment or a thought? Boy, you guys are quiet tonight. You'd think this was...
Hi, John, it's Johanna.
Yes, ma'am.
I had the same experience as Steve, that they sounded really good and then they didn't show up.
Mm-hmm. Well, then that's all the more...
Barbara, I think...
Yeah, Barbara, go ahead.
I think you were a little hard on her.
Okay. And how was I hard on her?
Yeah, I'm surprised it didn't scare her off, but of course,
okay.
She's in the industry, so...
Clarify.
Many of them, I think, would be scared off.
Clarify how I was hard on her.
Just when you said, do you have a plan? And she said that she'd have to move in with her mom and everything. And she's, I think you need a job. You better get a job because, it sounds to me like you need a job because, I don't know, I can't remember the words you said exactly. But it just seemed like you were a little bit hard on her.
Yes, that was a takeaway. Because I wanted to find out how serious she really was. And that approach brought her back solid and firm on what her objectives are, and that's exactly what we were looking for, is her commitment. And I put the ball in her court and let her do what she felt was best for her. And she picked up the gauntlet and came right back and said, no, this is what I want to do, and this is why I want to do it. I can't think of a better way to confirm the sincerity, the desire, and the commitment than making a statement like, well, perhaps this is not for you. Tell me why you think it is. That's what we were doing. Isn't that the purpose of the call, to discover first and present second?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Good point, Barbara. Anybody else have a comment or a suggestion? Okay, I'm going to open up the floor.
All callers are unmuted.
Any questions from our guests?
Yeah. Hi, my name is Connie from California. My first time on the call. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, ma'am.
I thought from the last conversation when that lady said that you were being kind of mean or rude or, that's how I used to feel when I first started my business, was being kind of touchy and kind of like, oh my God, that sounded too strong. But you're right. We're looking for people who have that deep desire to start a business, or not even to start a business, to change their lives, to become an owner, because knowing that being in control of your finances and your time is the only way your circumstances are going to change. And by having that takeaway, and we have to have that posture. That posture is going to let them know that, hey, I'm here to help you, but I need to know first, are you that serious for my time to invest in you? So, and I've grown my posture over the years, so I just thought it was great how you said that, because it was a takeaway, but it was also something to get her out of her comfort zone to say, no, I might need this, I want this, because a job, she may or may not even get the money, and who knows how she will be with this business. So I just thought it was great how you did that, because it confirmed exactly what she wanted to get more information.
Thank you, Connie. It was very sweet of you. Thank you very much. And very observing, and you sound like a very good marketer, so that was a great observation. Anybody else have a comment or a question?
John, this is Nora.
Hello, NP. What's up, kid?
Well, if we've got time, and if Deanna is I would like to call her back after I have received her email. Are you willing to do it?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, Deanna, this is Nora. You had sent me some information, this assessment tool, and it looks like we're going to be having some sort of party or something and trying to sell a bunch of stuff. Is that what's going on?
I'm sorry, what was that? I'm having a hard time hearing you.
I need to mute hang on a second, Nora.
Okay.
All callers are muted and they can unmute themselves.
Okay.
All callers are muted.
Go ahead, Nora.
Yeah. I'm calling you back. I have had a question here. I'd reviewed this assessment tool that you had sent, and it was on there. There's a lot of things on here about sales and parties and selling stuff. I mean, in bonuses, commissions. What kind of business would this be? Kind of got my curiosity up.
Well, when you were interviewed, you had indicated it was in the health and wellness field.
Okay.
Is that correct?
Yeah. Okay, so that's what we do. We have parties at our house, and we try to sell products?
No, Nora, we don't sell anything. We have connecting, comfortable conversations with people, and that would be part of our training, that we would help you learn that process. So you don't sell and tell, but you actually have conversations with people, and conversations with people that maybe are looking for the information. And again, we don't do any selling.
Oh, okay. Well, it kind of looked like this was like, excuse me for stepping on anybody's toes. It looks like Amway or Tupperware or something like that.
Okay, that's not what my particular opportunity would be, but we can certainly get into that more. It sounds like you have more questions, and we really need to sit down and address each question one at a time, and until you're comfortable, and that this is the right opportunity for you.
Awesome. Okay, I'm done. Thank you, Deanna. You did wonderful.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, that was what I wanted.
Okay.
Okay.
John, it's yours.
Okay, nice going, girls. All right, do we have any more questions from our co-hosts or comments from any of our co-hosts? If not, we're going to say good night. We'll see you all next week. Going once? Twice? Okay, everybody.
I want to give a compliment for the fact that earlier in the call we had actually heard when the word investment came up, we changed it we took it from being an investment such as I got to fork over X amount of dollars to no, I'm going to be investing in myself. I think that was an important observation that had to be reiterated, because in many cases people think they've got to fork over dollars when in fact they've got to put in the time to invest in themselves.
I agree, Mr. C. Absolutely splendid observation. Splendid.
Thanks.
Well, now you know why we couldn't do these calls without our co-hosts, because we've all been working together now for some of us several years. We know each other pretty well. And that's why this call works so well, is because we have people like Steve and Dana and Johanna and Nora, Joe. I didn't hear Joe tonight, but I know he's there. Vanessa and several others. So that's what we do that's different than other folks do, is we work together as a team and everybody gets their opinion in. And I hope it's helped all of you who were our guests tonight. That's how we do it, together as a team. So bless you all, good night, and you know what? We'll see you next week. You all take care.
Thank you, John.
Good night, everybody.
Night.